Hello everybody, my name is Kelly and I am a personal trainer and strength coach, and I'm going to be walking you through all of the basics that you need to know for barbell deadlift, form, setup, and common mistakes and how to fix them. The big three powerlifting lifts, squat, bench, and deadlift, are great staples for anyone's program, and they're three of my favorite lifts, but they can be very intimidating for beginners. I want to teach you everything you need to know to get started with these and then be able to progress on weight and get strong as hell. I personally have been lifting for the last 10 years and have been training clients for the last 3. It is my personal favorite lift. I have a current max of 390 pounds and I'm working towards that 400 pound PR within this year. Most of my clients come to me and they're terrified to deadlift because they've heard horror stories of people hurting their backs and doing a bunch of horrible stuff. But the reality is, if you do these safely and properly and slowly progress on weight, you're not super likely to get injured, and strengthening your back will actually help you prevent injury in other lifts. So with all of that being said, let's get this thing started. First thing to understand for deadlift is the hip hinge motion. So that is that movement is coming from your hips moving backward rather than from your knees bending. Squat is a knee dominant movement, but deadlift comes from the hips. So you'll want to have an athletic stance with your knees, and then hips move backwards, back stays nice and flat, and that is the essential movement pattern that you have to understand to be able to perform a deadlift. To get started, we're going to put feet hip width apart, shoulders will come back and down, and this will get our lats nice and tight. Core is drawn in, and you want to think of somebody punching you in the stomach, how you would brace yourself. That's how you want to be for a deadlift. So having your back tight and your core tight will help protect your lower back, and it'll make you not have that curved back look. So we're nice and tight, core is tight versus kind of floppy like this. You will not be able to lift nearly as much weight if you don't have your entire body engaged. With our feet hip width apart, we're going to grab just outside of the smooth part on the barbell. This is called a double overhand grip, and this will work for a while, but eventually your grip is going to start to slip as you go up in weight, and you may want to try a switch grip where you switch the dominant hand to an underhand grip like this. Some other things to consider in terms of grip are adding chalk onto your hands or using straps when your grip strength becomes the limiting factor on how much weight you can lift. Once our feet are in position, hands are on the bar, we're going to roll the bar over where the top of your shoelaces would be. So the bar is starting pretty close to our legs. We don't want to start too far away because this will end up putting more strain on our lower back. So in position, right in front of the shins. Okay, now we have all of the feet and body and hand positioning down. Next comes the actual movement pattern. So that hip hinge is going to bring us to the knees, and then we'll bend our knees just a little bit until the barbell is able to meet the ground. So I like to think of performing an RDL or a Romanian deadlift until I reach my knees, then squat to meet the ground. And then from the ground, we're picking up to the knees and then drive your hips forward to get that last bit of the motion. So let's put it all together. Feet hip width apart, shoulders back and down, core is tight, hands grab just outside of the smooth part on the barbell, roll it over so it's close to your shins, and then we're going to pick up to the knees and then drive hips forward, lock out at the top here, and then RDL down to the knees, and then set down on the floor. So we just want to make that one fluid motion from the ground all the way up. And those are all of the basics that you need to know to perform a barbell deadlift. I recommend starting light and getting your form down first, and then slowly work on adding a couple pounds or a couple of reps per week. Write down your weights, track what you're doing from week to week, and over time you will be able to get so much stronger. You will truly amaze yourself. Let me know in the comments down below if you have any further questions on how to do this. I'm going to be coming out with a whole series of barbell basics on this channel here, so subscribe for a bunch more videos like this, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Let's get stronger together.